One day, it started raining, and it didn't quit for 4 months. We've been through every kind of rain there is. Little bit of stinging rain, and big old fat rain. Rain that flew in sideways, and sometimes rain even seemed to come straight up from underneath.
All right, so it is Monday, November 2nd, and here I am after school, and I haven't changed clothes yet. Why? Because there's no more pumpkin patch for me to go work. It is done, over, in the books, trailers packed up, pumpkins are put away, and everything is good to go. We had a great year on the patch. It was a little nerve-wracking this year. A lot of things went on, a lot of challenges. No, not challenges. Solution opportunities. We had a lot of solution opportunities this year on the patch. One of which involved simply the fact that we weren't on the front lawn, we were on the back lawn. That's a solution opportunity. We also had COVID to deal with. We had to make a lot of different changes on COVID-19, and it worked. And the most important part is our biggest solution opportunity was the sheer amount of rainfall that we had. Seriously, this was a ridiculously wet October. I know we didn't have any hurricanes to deal with in Florida, thank you very much. But it rained almost every day, and it drove a lot of us crazy. So last week cleared up, and everything went well. And we actually, if we're looking at bottom line, we did better than last year. And we had a lot of really good feedback on being on the back property, even though you couldn't see it from the road, which is always a challenge because, location. We had a lot of good feedback, and people actually felt that the patch looked a little nicer back there, a little more clean, and a whole lot safer because we weren't dealing with a major road right next to us. I wanted to take a minute and do a quick thank you to some very important people who you might not have seen on the pumpkin patch, but we really couldn't have done it without them. I mean, you saw Lauren, Randy Harner all the time if you were out there. Big kudos to the Harners. And the really ones you didn't see a lot of were the pumpkin bread makers. And at this point, we might be more well known for pumpkin bread than pumpkins. So I wanted to be a big shout out to Sharon Huffman and Sharon Morgan, who baked during the week. Now, I know they had a group of people that baked with them. I don't know everybody who was working there, but thank you if you did. The Rowland family was a big weekend crew, all of them. Everybody, even Emily and Eric, who are no longer in youth group, they came back to wrap pumpkin bread. And then my wife Tracy and our daughters got involved too. But without all of the above, we would not have been able to produce the sheer amount of pumpkin bread that we did. So thank you very much. I also wanted to say thank you to Jessica Sanders, because you especially won't see her because she's in Georgia. But she's been working really hard on getting our social media, especially our Instagram account, up and functioning and really networking well. And she did a great job of networking with other social media websites. That's not the right word. Influencers. There we go. So thank you, Jessica, for that. Now, one of the things, if I have to give a final thoughts, go away takeaways from Pumpkin Patch 2020, is that this was really a lesson in it's okay sometimes to take something that you've done for years and reboot it. I mean, that's a nice computer term, reboot the system. Things are going wrong with your computer, turn it off, turn it back on, see what happens. And essentially, we had to reboot the pumpkin patch this year. Every design that we ever had was made for the front lawn. We couldn't use any of those this year. And it was honestly a little bit freeing to start from scratch. We had no blueprint. We could do whatever we wanted. And because of that, we were really able to move forward and just be creative and throw things out there. Or maybe before we'd be a little more restricted in what maybe tradition would have told us. So that's the thing I would just like everyone to hear on this, is that sometimes we get stuck in a place and we feel like we have to keep doing the same thing over and over. But sometimes you just need a reboot. Take what you've been doing that's gotten you to the point where you're at, where maybe you're feeling stuck, and just throw it away. Throw it out the window. You never know. You never know what you're going to find. And it could be something big in your life if you really want to go big and whatever. I would say moving the pumpkin patch is pretty big. But also something really simple could be changed in your life. I have a Bible Gateway app on my phone, but last Wednesday I was listening to Randy Harner and Heather Tate Bolt doing the Wednesday Lunch and Learn. Check it out. You should do it Wednesday at 12:30. If you don't know where to look, feel free to email me, jdaling@trinitypbg.org, and I'll definitely make sure you get the link and land in the right place, because Randy has decided to help us just break down like the verse of the day from his Bible app that he's using, called simply the Bible app. Very, very, very creative. And so as I was listening to Randy talk about the Bible app and all the things that are in it, it's like, I wonder if I just need to get rid of the one that I'm using and shift to this. And even though that seems really small and insignificant, for me to change something, it's really big. And I did, because of the advice of somebody who is walking in Christ and has found success doing the walk this way. And so I rebooted, and I was immediately rewarded for it, because now I'm connected with Randy in the Bible app, so we can, him and I, we try to keep doing more of they have all these reading plans. You know, there are 5-day reading plans. We can do those together. We can share communications throughout the day about that. We can keep track of each other. We can do these things together even when we're not able to converse. We can do them digitally together as well. And of course, if we want to talk, we can. So, 2020 is quite a year. It's gotten us to many places. I think a good way to end 2020 is maybe a nice reboot. Take what has gotten you to where you are, whether small or big, and maybe reboot something for the next year. Take it simple. And if we're talking about faith, if we're talking about Christ, let's get rid of some of the nonsense. Get rid of some of the things that weigh us down and just get back to growing in Christ. And by us growing, we can grow others as well. Happy November. It's a windy, blustery day outside. It almost feels like fall in Florida. Go enjoy, and hey, check me out on Sunday. I'll be live in the pulpit. Just don't yell at me. Talking about choosing to repair relationships. Sunday, 10 o'clock. Be there in person, or maybe I'll see you online. Have a great week.